Paradox. People that have been hit by the crisis, and especially in program countries like Portugal, like Greece, they are very, very critical of the EU. And they are not critical because of a lack of rules to harmonize phone chargers. They are not critical because of a lack of rules for budget deficits. They're not critical because of a lack of rules for things like river water quality. They are critical because the EU is doing very little about things like job creation, poverty relief, healthcare coverage, prevention of home evictions, which is a huge problem in Spain, for instance. Their lives were touched very directly by the financial and economic crisis, and also very directly by all the measures taken by the EU to contain this crisis. They basically feel that their homes, their jobs were taken away by the EU, and that the EU should be doing far more to give them back. However, these are, of course, exactly the areas in which the EU has no competence. Social policy is the realm of national policy. So while Europe is hated most because of its lack of social policy, the hatred of that, the criticism, makes it almost impossible for the EU to gain new competencies in this realm to do something about it. So something like a European unemployment fund that is being thought of in the cabinets of the European Commission will probably not stand a chance of coming into being in the coming mandate. It would be wonderful if it did, because it could act as a very important economic stabilizer, but there's no political or popular will to do so, because it would also require a treaty change, and there's no consensus about that. Still, a lot can be done without actually changing the treaties. Social indicators can be added to the macroeconomic scoreboard, which means that a country's performance will not only be scored for reaching their budget deficit mark or their state debt, but will also be scored on combating unemployment, on combating poverty levels. More financial leeway can be given to countries that are very much in social crisis, so that you do not need to get your budget deficit in order in the next year, but you can take 5 years to do so, for instance. And unions and civil society organizations might be given a far more prominent role in economic governance. At EU level, this is already happening. A fairly strong alliance, a coalition of 15 civil society organizations and unions have gotten together to give input to the European Commission and the European Parliament on all aspects of economic governance. This is called the Alliance for a Social, Democratic and Sustainable European Semester.